These items were originally revealed by Snacer and by Retomation, a link in the description. So first up, we have Barbed Claws. Deal 5 damage at a 5-second cooldown. This has +1 multicast for each player with poison. So this expansion is going to be all about poisoning the enemy and yourself. So this will essentially have 2 multicast if you want to play this. 2 multicast for a small weapon is very good, especially since you're going to be wanting to play this with the Poppy Field that boosts your weapon's damage based on the poison on your enemy and also poisons the enemy while you use a weapon. So this feels really well into that archetype. Let's look at the next item. We have Fungal Spores. Your poison items gains 2 poison for the fight, 4-second cooldown. I'm not sure if it's good. If you don't have a lot of poison on your Poppy Field, I guess you can use this just to bump up the poison a little bit. This might as well go to 8 plus 8 poison, add a diamond here. Plus 8 poison for your Poppy Field to start. Might not be too shabby. We'll see. I don't think it's super good because you probably want to use the space to fill your board with weapons and other poison effects instead. Next up, we have Infused Bracers. 5-second medium item. Poison both players, 5. And when you poison yourself, your weapons gains damage for the fight equal to the 1 time the amount poisoned. The weapon to the left has lifesteal. This is almost like a mini Poppy Field that only works when you poison yourself. So you poison both you and yourself as much, but you will buff your weapon's damage. You will also get lifesteal on a weapon to the left of it. I'm not too sure. If you don't have Poppy Field, I guess you could play this. Let's look at the next item. We have the Optical Augment. At the start of each fight, poison yourself 4. The item to the left of this has crit chance equal to your poison. So this doesn't seem very strong at the first sight, but at the start of each fight, poison. We know from the history of the Bazaar that's start of fight poison effects, not poison, but any start of fight effect can be really, really powerful. If you could in some way get your board to go off at the start of each fight, this will be a very good item, of course, just to start your machine gun before the enemy can react. Next up, we have the large item, the Test Subject Alpha. 11-second, deal 50 damage. When you use an adjacent item, poison both players 10. When you poison, this gains damage for the fight equal to the amount poisoned. I think this item is only good because of its passive effect here. When you use an adjacent item, poison both players 10. Gets a passive effect and do stuff with a passive effect. It's always strong. You're not gonna care about the damage here at all. If you think about it, when you poison, this gains damage equal to the fight, equal to the amount poisoned. Let's say you poison the enemy for 500 and yourself for 300. This would have 800 damage. And while that might seem a lot, if you already poisoned the enemy with like 500 poison, he's gonna take 500 damage each second. So an extra 800 after 11 seconds is not gonna be that big of a deal. You would not play this only because of the damage. You will play this because of the passive effect here. So essentially, play 1 item to the right of this, play 1 item to the left. That is 4 instances of poison, because you poison not only the enemy, but yourself as well. Next up, we have Wild Quillback. When a player uses a weapon, poison that player 3. It doesn't really matter that you're gonna poison yourself, because, as I said before, a passive effect. You will only use this to trigger poison triggers. That will trigger items that do something when something gets poisoned. Whenever a player uses a non-weapon item, that player gains 3 regen for the fight. So I guess the enemy will get some regen unless he is a weapon player. I still think you would prefer to play this just to abuse your poison. You will be able to outscale the enemy with the Poppy Field very easily. The regen here doesn't matter even if the enemy gets a lot of regen, because he's just gonna get heavily outscaled from the Poppy Field. Next up, we have Venomous Dose. Poison both players 2. Gain regen for the fight equal to this item's poison. 4-second poison both players 2. You will also get some regen, but this item will probably not have that much poison anyway. So you could play this just to gain the both player poison effect here. to trigger your other stuff. Next up, we have rapid injection system. When you poison yourself, poison 4. So this is even more poison. So every item that I've shown you lately that poisons yourself, this is passively gonna poison the enemy as well. So all the items that poisons both you and your enemy is also gonna poison the enemy again. So that means every item that triggers poison both, they actually poison the enemy as well 1 extra time. So this will poison 3 times. This will trigger poison on the enemy. So if you use a weapon, you will poison yourself. And then with the help of the rapid injection system, you will also poison the enemy. Same for the test subject alpha. When you use an adjacent item, poison both players 10, and then you're gonna poison the enemy from the rapid injection system. I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be nerfed at Friday, 2 days after the expansion, or as soon as they possibly can, because all of these items in combination with one another, together with the poppy field, they're just too good. It will be a charge meta all over again, using the spider mace. The spider mace gains charge every time you slow or poison. It gains 2-second charge at a cooldown of 10. So the spider mace will just charge itself over and over and trigger even more poison effects. Next up we have Peace Wrought. 7-second, gain 2 regen for the fight. When you visit a merchant, permanently destroy the weapon to the left of this to increase this item's regen by its value. So this item does not fit the other archetype. Can be good, I guess. It's just a cool item overall. A little bit of a weird one, because you're gonna need to find a lot of expensive weapons, and then you're gonna need to have a very good econ to play this item. I'm definitely gonna try it. It seems cool. It's a bit of a new way to play Mak, that is. So this is a cool item. It doesn't have any synergies with the rest of the set though. Last we have Adrenal Converter. 6-second, poison both players 5. So this will also trigger the enemy 1 extra time if you have the rapid injection system on your board. When you poison yourself, gain 10 regen for the fight, haste 1 item for 2. If you need haste or a lot of regen, this will be a passive haste item. You will not play this for active effect, but only for the passive effect, because an active effect 6-6 is too slow for this. As an overall review for this pack, you can easily go infinite. Let's figure out one infinite combo. Okay, so this is one alteration of the board. So what happens is these 3 items together make the combo go infinite, because the item next to the rapid injection gets 2 instances of poison. Because when you use an adjacent item, poison yourself 4, and when you poison yourself 4, poison the enemy by 4. So this slot next to the left of this item gets 2 instances of poison, and this slot to the right gets 2 instances of poison. Test subject alpha. When you use an adjacent item, poison both players by 10. So that's 2 instances of poison here and 2 instances of poison here. But also, since you poison yourself with this as well, in combination with the rapid injection system, you're gonna get 1 extra from this effect when you use this effect here. This is actually 3 instances here and 3 instances here if you use the rapid injection system on your board as well, due to this effect here. So when this goes off, it will do 5 instances of poison, and then it will charge 5 times. 5 times 2 equal to 10. So these 3 together are just infinite combo using the spider mace. We can add a poppy field to that. When you use a weapon, poison 4, your weapons have damage equal to 50% on your enemy, just to scale the damage in a rapid succession to kill the enemy off. And then here we have a space to start the fight a little bit earlier. Either go with a fast active item to trigger this effect here, plus this for 6 instances of poison. Or you could just play poison at start of fight, or use this item at start of fight. One other alteration of this build is to add the wild quill back to your board if you want 2 extra slots here instead of 1. When a player uses a weapon, poison that player by 3. We will use this weapon. We will poison ourselves by 3, which will trigger this effect here. So this offers 2 instances of poison, this offers 2 instances of poison, and the poppy field offers 1 instance of poison. We need 5 to make this go infinite. That's another way to go infinite. All depends if you want 2 slots. If you want, you could fit in the adrenal converter to gain regen when you poison yourself as well, to get a little bit more defense, and also haste if you want it. So there are many ways to make this spider maze go infinite, and these builds are not even including skills or the venom, the small item that poison when you use the weapon to the left of this, that already exists in Mak. It seems way too easy to make the spider maze go infinite with just a few different combinations as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the new Mak items. Good luck in the bazaar and take care.